the Eagles. Makai Lemon, finally back on the field. We did confirm same hamstring. Made some comments about being a better professional. Sandra and I talked about that last night. I think it's a good thing. And I used the Deshaun Jackson comparison. Like Deshaun, you remember his famous quote, "Cheetahs don't stretch." When you're 22 years old, you feel like
you can do
just
anything.
roll out of bed and just go. And I think it's a good thing that Makai is learning very early in his career. You better take care of your body, because if you don't, at this level, it's gonna catch up to you.
That's where you gotta learn from DeVonta Smith, because his rookie year, he was one of the Theragun guys, and it was him, Jackson Smith, the JAKIB, DK Metcalf, a bunch of them. And he told me he would run that thing like on his body an hour a day. And he said, I ain't playing. He said, I take my body seriously. I want to play every game. I don't want to miss a practice. And I'm like, man, Makai Lemon.
I like the Theragun.
I love it. It's great. I got one.
It's expensive, but those are good. It's worth it. Invest it.
Yeah.
You can get the mini. They normally go on sale for like $99.
Oh, yeah, the mini.
Yeah. That's the best bang for your buck, John. The other ones are a racket.
Before he comes out.
No, I love the Theragun. Yeah. I don't think it's a racket at all.
No, I mean the price of it is.
Though.
At least it feels like it is to me.
Yeah.
There's like cheaper versions, but I wouldn't go to cheaper version. I go with that. It's worth it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
No, but I think it's positive. See, I think a lot of people take that negatively. I think it's a positive.
I think it's a positive too.
Freaking learn to take care of your body early on. And I think you see that with guys, and that's a good example, bringing up DeVonta. You can imagine because DeVonta has the skill that he has at his size, if he just rolled out and he didn't do what he did to prepare, he'd be dead by now. He would have been eviscerated. He would have been. And instead he's going to be, I think, the biggest, well, that's too easy, the biggest part of the passing game. And he's going to, depending on what Saquon and what kind of season Saquon has, I think Saquon's number one because he has to be. But I think DeVonta's a better player right now. Yeah, if you had to grade DeVonta pure football player versus Saquon, I'd go DeVonta over Saquon right now, coming off last season.
Yeah, we're going pound for pound. Yeah.
But
what do you think Makai Lemon's going to do this year, Jeff? He returned finally to practice. I mean, you think he's ready to go for week one with just this smaller ramp-up period?
I don't have the high expectations people do for him, but he's going to start. He's going to play. I hope he can figure it out early. I still think the bulk of this offense is going to be run the football, outside zone, offensive line, Saquon Barkley. That's the basis of it. And you're not going to see this team throw 40 times a game. If they did, I'd be shocked. But I think you're going to use Makai Lemon in motion. I think you're going to use Makai Lemon in the slot, and they're going to try to ease him in. But I mean, that was my biggest concern with this whole injury. He's just not getting the rest of Jalen Hurts he needed to get.
Yeah, that hurts. They haven't been on the same page, but I thought it was striking, and it's at Jeff Kerr PHL. Make sure you follow Jeff on the X platform. He's got to bounce out at about 9:00 for breakfast at Al's Diamond Cabaret.
Yeah, with the iced coffees.
The hell are the iced coffees?
Got to do the. That's the Reading Phillies today. They're the iced coffees.
Iced coffees at the Reading Phillies.
Wait, what do you mean they're the iced coffees? They changed their name for the day?
They changed their name for the morning game. And it's usually after a breakfast thing. Last year they were the Flapjacks. They're the iced coffees.
Oh wow! So you got a jersey on
nice.
that?
Talk about a racket. Well done, Reading Phillies.
Oh, it was a great
racket.
Wait a second, Jeff. Were you given that apparel, or did you walk into the Reading store and pick?
No, I was given this.
I was gonna say, Wow, Jeff went and bought the iced coffees merch, man.
That is a racket, man. I'm still surprised that the NFL hasn't adopted. They're getting there.
They're doing it with the rivalry stuff.
Yeah, they're the Oregon stuff. Just have a different uniform every day and see if they'll buy it.
It works in the NBA. Like, people buy up the City Edition like it's no tomorrow.
Yeah, they're ugly too.
Sixers are apparently going back.
I'm not a jersey guy.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I want them to wear the classic black one that they wore last year.
There's like a stupid rule why they can't do it this year. It has to be an anniversary of something.
I want the Sixers. I want the Sixers to go back to, the Julius Erving days.
Those jerseys were sick.
You know what? I actually think they can pull that off next year. So that could happen.
I remember when they broke out. I think that the sort of, I don't know how to describe them, the rainbow jerseys, where all I remember is Barkley saying
the early 90s jerseys. Yeah.
It looked like his kid drew it with a crayon. It was the worst thing ever. And I think people like that. They talk themselves into anything.
Oh,
like those black ones, Xander just called, what did you call them? What was the adjective you used?
I don't know. I like them though.
Yeah.
They're the ones I wore. I like them.
I think this.
Oh, I know when they were around, a lot of people didn't
with this logo.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I didn't hate them. Like, that was the one I grew up with, but I'm like,
this is the logo I love.
I like traditional.
I think this is a fire.
If you could go back to when Wilt was on the Sixers, bring them back.
Those are cool.
I have said to people, like, everybody goes, why are the Eagles so obsessed with Kelly Green? Why are Eagles fans so obsessed with Kelly Green? And I keep trying to tell people that is their color. Jeffrey Lurie changed it. Your precious owner changed that color.
Yeah, he's a great owner, though.
Yeah, he's a great owner, and he wanted to make it his way. I didn't have a problem with him doing it. Everybody,
I'm looking at the Wilt ones with the filla, and
they were beautiful.
Yeah, those are sick.
And B wore them in 16-17. They did that 50th anniversary of that team.
Yeah, that's great. Those are great. But yeah, I mean, I'm more of a traditional guy. Like, I don't like I'm a Yankee, pinstripes. I hate when they do anything else. Just roll it out there. That's your brand.
Fun story.
Roll it out there.
You're a Yankee.
But everything's about merchandise. You got to have different, and until people close their wallets, they're going to keep doing it.
Fun Yankee story for you, John. So I'm talking to Don Mangley before Sunday's game, and everybody on the Phillies, that for their getaway day, when they go on their road trip in August, they wear football jerseys. They pick their favorite player. They pick whoever. So a lot of people picked Eagles. A lot of people didn't. The Phillies didn't advertise the ones who picked. But I asked Don, I said, you getting in on this? And he said, oh yeah. And I said, who are you going with by chance? He goes, Neon Dion, baby. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. You guys were teammates.
Yeah.
I always forget that. They were teammates. He said, yeah. He said, I got Deion Sanders' Yankees jersey. He said,
by the way, Deion was a terrible baseball player.
He could steal, though.
He could steal. He was very fast. Yeah, that was exciting for about a week and a half when he started playing with the Yankees, but didn't work out. It works out with Jeff Kerr. All right, buddy. Enjoy the iced coffee at Jeff Kerr, PHL. SI.com/Eagles /NFL/Eagles. Did I screw that up? I did.
No, I think that's right. We have like the hyperlink now in the stories. So
the hyperlink in the stories. Go check out everything over there. Eagles on SI. What's Reading doing this year? Are they contenders?
They are in first place right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Good team.
Yeah, they got 3 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks ago. They started out slow because they had a bunch of injuries, and they played 2 halves. And the first half, I think they were the best team from like May 15th to the end of the year, but they didn't make it. So the second half, they kind of just picked up where they left off, and they're in first place. So,
all right, and stay away from Al's. Bad things go on.
I'll pass it on the way, though.
Well, of course you will. It's still there.
Drink an extra iced coffee for me, will you?
You know what, the best part is they got the local businesses in my area, like they're all selling iced coffee. Like they're all gonna have trucks selling iced coffee.
Wow, that's nice. I like local. Good coffee. All right, Jeff. Good stuff, man. We appreciate you joining in today. We will catch up with you soon. All right, brother.
See you guys.
Enjoy the
Thank you, man. Thanks,
game.
Jeff Kerr joining us here on Birds 365.